So we came into Yeppoon yesterday after, what was it, 24 hours sail?
Yeah, 23 hours straight and then another few hours.
Yeah, so I think I got maybe half an hour at most sleep from that. Anyway, we put in Yeppoon. There was northerly swells, so it was a bit rocky, but that's alright. We weren't planning on staying long. Ran, got all our shopping, carried it all back, which, yeah, it was alright. Got back to the boat in a hurry to get out of the swell. Went to start the motor and one of them wouldn't start. So I tried to fix it for a while, couldn't manage to get spark, so we left with one motor, and as we got the sails up, the other motor cut out. So we sailed our way out of there, managed to get one motor going on the way, and pulled up Keppel Island last night just to be out of the swell and somewhere nice for Christmas. This morning for Christmas morning, got up early, started working my way through the electrical system. Yeah, it worked out it wasn't the stop switch, it wasn't the CDI, it wasn't the ignition switch, it wasn't the pulsar coil, and finally, after swapping out the stator, this is the culprit.
So it's broken?
It's broken. So it's not charging it, creating enough electricity to make a spark. So yeah, I don't know, we'll have to try order a new one. I don't know how it's going to go this time of year, but yeah, we'll see. Now, if not, we'll just run off one motor. We sail most of the time anyway. Hey.
So how long have you been at this morning?
Since 6.
Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock. Aww.
Yeah, quite a while. Well, at least we found it.
Lovely Christmas. Working on the
But
boat.
now we can enjoy Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Hey guys, welcome to Once Upon a Reef channel. We're Ryan and Poppy, a couple of adventure junkie sailors out to explore the most amazing reefs and islands in the world.
We hope by documenting everything this lifestyle encompasses that we will inspire, raise awareness, and support ongoing research to do our part in protecting these natural life systems. Subscribe if you're on board and come sail away with Skateaway.
Yeah, Merry Christmas!
Finally gonna have some food and actually start to enjoy Christmas.
Yeah, thank you so much.
For my Christmases, my family, we typically make crepes. So made some crepes, dairy-free, used oat milk and vegan butter.
Nice.
And then for lunch, we're gonna have fish. That's what you normally have?
Yep, I should get some now actually. So, all the shops closed because it's Christmas time. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take to order a new part, so I'm going to attempt to make my own coil or reroute the coil. The hardest part is getting the old coil off. As you've seen, it's a bit of a mess, but we're getting there. Try the heat gun, try the flame. What actually worked best to get the protective outlay off was this. And now I'm just chipping my way to get it off, and then I'll rewrap it. See how we go. So I got all the old wire off. I accidentally destroyed the plastic insulation spaces that separate the wire from touching the side of where the terminals are, so I decided to make my own. First I thought I only had a bread clip, but then later found plastic washers that I could cut to suffice. Then I used fiberglass matting as insulation in between coil layers. You could also use mylar paper or anything else that is heat resistant and non-conductive. Had a look around what I got, the thinnest copper wire. I found this 0.3 mil, so it's quite thin. I wanted a bit thinner, but that's as thin as I can find. And it's enamel coated, so it's insulated. So you can see there the size, and it YENCU, so enamel copper wire. I've just made I've wrapped the extra copper wires on the end to make it thicker and stronger, just for the grounding terminal. So that's right here. and then I'm going to start wrapping round 500 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, and you just want to make sure they're just side by side. So I've done 500 turns, and then I'm going to add another insulation layer. Make sure that wire passes on the outside. And then I'll proceed to wrap another 500 the other way.
So did you already do 500 that way?
Yep.
Well, you counted all 500?
Yep. So we attempted to make a coil before, didn't have much luck, so I'm going to keep working on that later, but we had to move because a big storm's coming. We're on an inlet, so when to start the generator, we lift up the anchor winch. Since we haven't had much sun, just to give the batteries a bit of extra charge, and when to start, open it up, no spark, again, something different, because where the generator sits, the hatch isn't very good, and it flooded with water from all the rain. So started looking into things, and before jumping to conclusions, I went here and disconnected the kill switch. And as I pulled it apart, water poured out, which is a good indication. And once I disconnected it, I could start it. So I've cleaned out the connections, and now it works again. Tick for the day.
What are you doing?
Hey. I'm just taking the carburetor off to give it a clean out. And I'm redoing the kill switch. Because, yeah, I guess after the motor flipped in the ocean in the storm, it's had a little bit of trouble with. Whoa, there was a huge fish over there. Yeah.
Weren't you scared the fish was going to knock you over here?
No. Carburetor's off. Just gotta take the fuel valve off, then I'll spray it out with this and clean out the jets inside. So I'm gonna be cleaning out everything. But these little jets, the little holes in there, I don't know if you can see it, but some of them are blocked up. So they're the main things that will stop running or cause the issues. If I can't spray it out, I got teeny little wire that I can carefully put in there. But you don't want to make the holes any bigger, so you have to be careful. Otherwise it'll change how the motor runs. I've taken the old switch out, which is all corroded and fucked, and I've got my new switch. I'll show you something that I found recently. It was this liquid electrical tape, which is really handy to fill all these gaps and stuff that normally when you use tape, sometimes the water can still get through. And then I'm actually going to solder these connections into here